Well, hello, David and Tamara. How you doing? Hello, Robbie. How you doing? Glad to see you here. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Trying to get things set up. Running a little late with this weather and everybody going live here, there, and yonder. It's, well, for whatever reason tonight my screen's black, but I don't know why. But anyway, the one I read off of anyway. So, how we doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's doing good, staying warm. It was very cold today. And let's see, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. The sound. Thank you, dear. I appreciate you saying that. She won't be joining us up here tonight for whatever reason. She said she would be joining us on that downstairs on the computer. Oh, you had it warmer than we did because we had the. This morning I woke up and it was 15 degrees, point whatever, and about 10, 15 minutes later it was down to 14.2 or something like that. It was cold, and I do mean cold. Well, hello, Joy. How you doing? The well, it actually was here. Yeah, right now it's 27, so it warmed up a little bit, but it didn't warm up much. We kept that old buck stove. We got it rolling right now, and I've been chucking wood into it all day, letting it run wide open. But yeah, I haven't had much chance to damper it down today, so we're gonna go through a bunch of wood this week. I'm sure. So, kind of is what it is, you know. So, we looking forward to anything? Anything we missed over the week? I've tried to make a video here or there, but it's the cotton picking cold. I didn't want to stay up much. we fed, Lisa fed the animals before I got home, and they, which I appreciate very much, and gathering wood. That's about all I've been doing. Hello, David and Tamara. How you doing? Appreciate everybody showing up tonight on this cold night. I guess with a few things changing and everything, everybody's going to have to get used to all these different time frames that people are going on. Well, it ain't my birthday, but I'm sure whose birthday is it? Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's crazy. People going to church in shorts. I don't know. That's just that's absolutely crazy. Hello, Randy. How you doing? I take it you're back from visiting your son. Hope y'all had a good visit. You've done a lot of traveling, and it was nice to see you the other day putting them cages together, and helping out down there. And it was pretty good. Old Dutch give you a lot of credit for that. A lot of love. Yeah, we knew they went together late and stuff like that. Watched some of it, but didn't watch all of it. And getting ready for this, and then I'll have to watch it again. I'll end up listening to it tomorrow while I'm at work. Yeah, that 6 hours is a long time behind the wheel. It ain't like it used to be. You could drive 6 hours in some of the cars we used to have. I had a Delta 88. It wasn't nothing to just put that cruise on and put her in the wind. Yeah, Dutch does look better, a lot. Well, not better, but he looks a lot younger, is what I meant to say. Than with his goatee gone. I mean, just the goatee. I don't know. I can't get my words together. How did she get hurt at work? Do you know? I mean, I heard about it on that text, but that's all I heard it on. Yeah, it's funny. Lisa said, "Looks like Dutch lost a lot of weight." And then she finally went, "Oh yeah, he shaved. He didn't." Oh, she did. Yeah, she didn't say on the text. I knew that, so I didn't know if somebody else knew what happened or what. So. Sometime this spring or summer, me and Lisa wants to. We're probably going up to St. Louis and see the Arch, and then I think this year on the way to the Okie, we're going to stop in Branson, check that place out, see how it's doing. Everybody talks about it all the time, and so kind of like to do that this year, either going or coming. I'm not really sure, but if we do it coming back home, I mean, then we'll have to postpone our live. We probably won't be able to do our live unless we do it there. I don't know. I've never tried that before, so I don't know how that works. Guess we could try it sometime. I don't know. Troy Sutton's here. How you doing? Oh man, Randy. Well, I tell you what, right before the live and stuff like that, another reason why I'm gonna have to watch Bert and Cindy's live tomorrow is Lisa got some. We got a big fillet of gator meat, and she was frying that up and tater tots. So we was involved in that. So I I like gator. Gator's good meat. By buying it in the fillet though, the big fillet, we bought it in chunks before, and buying it in a big fillet like about that thick, and all probably 6-8 inches long and probably 4-6 inches wide. It had some gristles in it, which made it a little tough, but other than that, it was fine. Yeah, the Oki's going to be probably, you know, I don't know. There won't be any. I didn't have a lot of interaction with him. We did have some interaction, and we watched his channel and stuff like that. But yeah, he's going to be a big part to be missed. That's for sure. Hello, Robert. How you doing? Good to have you here. Only 61 days till the Oki, huh? Well, that means got a lot of planning to do in between now and then. Well, Shumla Martin, I've had a beard for several weeks now. Yeah, I do miss the like Lisa said, we haven't grilled anything in a while. We missed the firing up the grill. The last time we fired it up, the smoker, it was so cotton picking cold, it was just hard for the smoker to keep up with the temperature. It did it, but it was just hard for it to do it. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very busy. Well, they got a lot of good speakers coming up. We watched a movie with one of the speakers about one of the speakers' life. That lady that has autism and works with the cattle handling and all that stuff. And that was a really good movie. Randy recommended it to us, and as soon as he recommended it, we found it before we even before we quit talking to him, and so we just watched it, and wow, that was you know, amazing movie. You know how Hollywood embellishes things, but even if it was just partly, just a little bit true, that was an amazing movie and an amazing life she's had so far. Oh, Rebecca's here. I didn't see you there. There you are. Yeah, how is that blanket coming in? That sure was a pretty picture you sent. The I bet that thing's gonna be that'll be warm. One of those warm blankets. Is it cold where you are, Rebecca and Robert? Joy, what's it like there? Rebecca, are you going after Robbie tonight? 9 degrees this morning. Wow, that's cold. That's colder than what I saw here. Even though it was still, the temperature was still dropping when I got up this morning, and it got to I think it was for like just a little bit around 11, 10, 11, something like that, and then it went back up. So oh, cool. That's a beautiful blanket you're working on there, Rebecca. Yeah. Lisa went out and fed her cats earlier and stuff like that today. She said it was cold out there too. Very cold. I'll be glad when this silly weather gets over with. At least when about the time the Oki gets here, it'll be warming up a little bit. But then again, it could still be cold back when the Oki gets here. It was really cold one year. I forget what it was, but and windy. yeah. I don't mind cold so much. It's the wind that does all the cutting. You know. Well, I don't know. I do mind the cold. I'd rather it be hot, but if it's not, as long as it's not windy, I can deal with the cold sometimes. Hello, Simple Eggers. How you doing? Glad you're here lurking. June must have been the year we didn't go, I guess. Or did they? Because I don't remember it ever not being in March. You know, it's usually around Lisa's birthday and stuff like that. And but I don't remember trying June. Yeah, like Lisa just said, we was watching another thing in between eating gator and watching the Hobbit. I'd never seen the Hobbits before, but she's talked about it all her life, and we finally saw it on one of those TV channels that we got now, and so we start watching the series. Watched one last night, and then we watched another series. Well, we into the series we watched yesterday, but yeah, I've never seen it before. Yeah, that must have been the year that Lisa's dad got sick. The second year, and I get one of those years he got sick. I think it was the second year, and we didn't get a chance to go that year. But other than that, so I guess that's when they tried the in June thing. Hello, Putty Cat. We ate gator and tater tots already tonight. Right before I got some leftovers down there. This old fat boy's not full yet, so I'm going to go down there and finish off that gator fillet and tater tots. Sit here and watch Robbie and Sonia go live while I'm eating gator. Well, we haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings either, so I guess we'll have to. Yeah, I got that one saved over there to watch next. We'll have to watch it in series as it goes. Well, if we had either smell-o-vision or share-o-vision, that would work out pretty good. I wouldn't mind. It's really good. Gator meat is very tender and stuff, and I do not think it tastes like chicken. But I don't know. It's kind of got its own little. It's kind of like in between a chicken and a fish with light fluffiness to it. I don't know. It's yeah. Well, Putty Cat says he thinks it tastes like chicken, but depends, I guess, what part of chicken. It's a very juicy type of meat. You know, it's very tender, kind of almost like dark meat would be, but it's white. I mean, so. I'd say the texture of the meat's kind of like a chicken thigh, maybe. But as far as the flavor of it, it don't. To me, it does not taste like a chicken. No, it's not fatty meat at all. It does have a little gristle in it every now and then. You know that when they made a fillet out of it, it had a little gristle on. I think 2 of the bites I had. But I mean, you know you eat in a lot of meat that has gristle in it from time to time. Yeah, there's a place in another town about 40 some miles away from us. Every now and then we'll drive through that town, and it's called Gulf Coast Connection, and these guys leave on Sunday morning or Saturday night, which after they close, they go down there. They got their own boat. They go out and fish, and then they buy a bunch of stuff. What they don't catch, they buy a bunch of stuff, bring it back here, and on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday they're open. And now they got a restaurant where they moved from the building they were in. They have a restaurant where it's and you can go in there and order the meal, whatever you want, whatever. And they have grouper, and we bought grouper, brought it home, and fixed it. Gator. I can't think of all the different fish we've had, but we've had a bunch of different types, Gulf fish, right? And it's all fresh right out of the Gulf. It's really good stuff. They like it, but you know, it's actually sometimes it's cheaper than buying going for us to go in there and buy like a fillet, you know, a couple of fillets that would work for me and her, me and Lisa. Then it would, you know, and they bring it home, fix it, and it's a lot cheaper than eating out. And I do mean a lot. Yeah, gator is Simple Acres is a very white, clean looking meat, and it's man, is it delicious. It just, I mean, it to me, it's got its own unique flavor. And we was going through Walmart one day last week or whatever, and they had some the Hooter breading for like the chicken wings and everything. And we was thinking about having some chicken wings, but Lisa fixed the gator, and that oh man, that Hooter stuff that you put in the batter or whatever. It's not really. It's like a dry rub almost, but yeah, it's really good. Oh yeah, like Lisa just said, we bought some. I don't know. They're links where somebody made a gator and pork and made a sausage out of it. We're going to try that probably this next week. We'll report back. If it would warm up, we'd cook it out on the grill and make a video on that, because I know I could make somebody jealous on eating some of that, because it looks like just like a big like, you know, the sausages, Italian sausage and all that you cook on the grill sometimes. That's what it looks like, but it gator. Robbie, is there any gators even close to where you live in all the ponds and different things that farmers have? I know if I lived someplace where there's gators that way, me and the gators would definitely come to an agreement. I'd shoot them and cook them. That would be the agreement. Well, the first time we ate it, I know for a fact it was gator tail, because the package advertised gator tail. There was chunks of gator meat off of the gate, you know, off the tail. Uh, and I'm not sure where the fillet came. They were busy when we was in there. I was going to ask, but the package really didn't say, so I don't know. Shane, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'd have to. I believe I'd have to. I don't know if there was a gator season. I'd have to try to get one or two. You know, but then again, I don't want something that can eat me. If I've missed anything tonight so far, just repeat it because every now and then this my chat thing that I'm watching over here moves pretty quick, and I don't always get to see everything. So yeah, I don't know about the put cat. I don't know about that python hunting. Man, them pythons are big, boy. They can take you out in a minute. And the funny thing is they like to be in the trees, and then when their prey comes by, like deer and everything, they'll swing that big old head and knock you out. And man, if they did that, the man wouldn't stand a chance if they was doing that because you can't tell that they're there until they done hit you. No, we're not going to be off for MLK Day. No. I've worked at this place all these years, and actually, every place I've ever worked since I worked public work has never been off on that day. It's not a national holiday here well, I think it is. Banks are going to be closed in banks and different places, that type of place, but never, not around here where you work anyway. Yeah, Lisa says they swim with that, but they right off their backyard was a channel where they used to live in Key West, and her dad said that they would go out in the channel and swim behind the house, and barracudas would swim between their legs and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know that I don't seem right. Yeah, like Lisa said, I can't see Lisa doing it now. I just that just don't seem like something I would see my wife doing. Yeah. Yeah, I'd get the pew pew out myself on that one, Robert. The Well, I'm not going to be around when they get 10 foot. I don't want nothing to do with the gator. If all I get to see is those little eyeballs sticking up a bunch of water above the water, wow. Yeah, and not only that, but all these poor people, and not poor people, but I feel sorry for them, shall we say? They get out around those retirement areas and stuff like that, and they got those big ponds in Florida, and the next thing you know, they got a little dog or something like that, and they're trying to give the dog a walk, and next thing you know, the gator sees that little puppy for our full-grown dog, whatever, as food, and they end up getting the dog and the person, and I think it was last year they had 4 or 5 people died around some of those ponds at those retirement villages, and I don't know. It just don't seem like a thing to do. Yeah, at least it used to be a little bit more adventurous. I guess it's as I get older, not her, as I get older, she becomes she knows she's got to take care of me. She's not as adventurous as she used to be, shall we say? Yeah. Wouldn't you say that's true? Well, they do. They a lot of times put a cat. They'll. I mean, I've seen YouTube videos with people walking their dogs close to those ponds they have down there in those retirement things, and next thing you know, gator comes out, got him a lunch. A remote control gator. That would be funny. That'd be, but somebody might shoot you if you did that. Carlos. How you doing? Was you trying to say grandpa? Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of sharks in the ocean. Matter of fact, the last time me and Lisa was at in Pensacola and Navarre Beach, in Pensacola, right there by the pier, I guess because all those people were trying to catch fish, but there was some, say, 2 or 3 times where we had a couple, say 3, 4, well, 2 or 3 foot sharks. I mean, you can tell it was a shark. Wasn't very big, but it was definitely a shark. Went swimming down through there. You always wonder, where's the mama? Are you trying to say smoke weed? Because if you are, no, I don't. Well, it's going to get down in around 10 degrees again tonight. 10. Sometime in the first part of this week, it's supposed to be down to 5 degrees or less here in Kentucky. I wonder what happened to all the gators. Did they have some kind of thing where they went in and tried to, like they're trying to do with the python in Florida now, and kill them all? That'd be one way to get rid of them. But they have those contests down there for the python gathering contest. But I don't know what they do with them. But they catch them and leave them alive while they catch them. Been me, I'd cut their head off. A dead snake is a good snake. A live snake is a bad snake. And no, I would never eat it. I don't know what it is. I just used to, several years ago, I said I would like to try rattlesnake, because they have a big rattlesnake thing out in Texas every year. And where they have a rattlesnake hunt and a rattlesnake cook and stuff like that. And I thought, well, I wouldn't mind doing that. But I don't know. I guess as I get older, I don't want nothing to do with it. It's Satan's hand puppet, and I just don't want to eat it. I just, don't need to be consuming it. Well, that's cool. How many gators can you get on a permit? Like this year in Kentucky, you could take 4 does and 1 buck. I think they should limit the buck. Shouldn't put out tags for for bucks for a couple years and tell everybody they got to kill all does. We just have way too many does around in this area anyway. Beverly Mulford, hello, how you doing? You can hunt bear in Florida. I didn't think Florida had a big bear population. Where are you from, Beverly? You might have, I don't, is this your first time here? I think, maybe. Maybe not. Y'all have black bear, huh? We have brown bear here in Kentucky. And North Carolina, cool. Lisa's grandparents, when they were alive, they had a, before they got a little old, they decided they wanted to move out of the mountain. And there in Bavard, right outside Bavard, North Carolina, they had a cabin that they built themselves. It was a beautiful place up there. But he was a contractor and knew how all the nooks and crannies of how to do this and that and how to build things, and it was really cool. Oh, y'all had, I didn't know y'all had, but I hadn't really heard y'all talk about, if I could speak, black bears in the Keys there. Yeah, I knew chickens roam free in the Keys. I've seen a bunch of that in YouTube videos. People go down there and there's like chickens everywhere for some reason. That and cats. There's chickens and cats roaming everywhere. Oh, there's the Florida panther. I knew there was a panther in there, but I didn't know they were. I knew it used to be. I didn't know they were still around. We have some brown bears, like I said, and they've been over around Nolan Lake and stuff around where my daughter used to live. They were about 3 or 4 miles from where she lived. They were there for a little while. The only thing about bear, I wouldn't mind eating bear, but they say it's like a pig. You got to cook it till it's done. You can't like a lot of people eat steaks from or hamburger and stuff, and they leave part of it raw. They say you cannot do that with bear. And Dad had a friend or a person he worked with at GE. They went up north and killed a couple bears and brought them back and had a picnic deal, and they cooked them and had a bunch of them put up in hamburger and cooked it like you would just regular hamburger. They liked it with a little pink inside and all that, and a bunch of them got sick. So that's where I found out you got to cook a bear like you do a pig. Yeah, Thor's a big old bad little dog. I bet he did take care of it. Well, I tell you what, those wild pigs will tear up almost more than a coyote or anything else will. They'll attack. It's crazy. Fox, you have to be careful about a fox too, because a fox will, especially if it's rabbit, it'll try to get you. My grandfather had one that tried to get him. He was able to kill it before it got him, but it tried to kill him. Peterson Farms here. What's happening, Phil? How you doing, buddy? Good to hear from you. Young man. Cool. I ain't that much younger. I appreciate the young man thing, but you going to the farm machinery show this year? Yeah, we don't have any grizzlies here in Kentucky, no. Yeah, they're what I call a brown bear. Like Lisa said, they're kind of like a very light black bear, maybe. What day you going? I'm planning on being there on the Friday. you you saw Fuzzy the bear on the Muppets. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Yeah, cool. Hopefully we get to run into each other. I'd like to meet you in person. You know, I bet you on YouTube. So, I bet it's cold up there where you're at, Phil. Yeah, I like the two old men in the balcony. They make me laugh every time they come on. You got to crack up when they're in there fussing and carrying on. It's too much. That's too funny. Yeah, anybody in here that hadn't hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it if you did. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you would. Subscribe to the channel, hang around a little bit, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and make comments. Really appreciate some comments. But I interact with the station, with the channel and all that would be great. And all these people that are on here and stuff like that, like Phil's got a great channel. If you're not subscribed to Phil, you need to go over and subscribe to Phil on Peterson's Farm of Nashville. You need to go over and subscribe to him. He has got a great channel. He's got all kind of things going on all the time and stuff like that. He's a lot bigger channel than we are, and I appreciate him showing up. And yeah, if you haven't been over there, you need to go over there and check him out. I can't believe 20 degrees. we were colder than you this morning? Hey, you're welcome. You haven't, like I said, you got a really good channel. I like watching it. So the 20 degree, we were down to 10 degrees this morning. So at one time, and then it started warming up and stuff like that. But it was amazing how cold it got this morning. And one time when I really paid attention to it, it was like 15 degrees. It dropped to 14, then it went back to 15 within a couple of minutes, and it was a mess. Usually I make a pretty good breakfast or whatever, you know, because I put that short up in the mornings and stuff like that. And so that gives me time to, I leave about an hour after that that uploads every morning. And I usually got it, I usually do it, and then I got it, and I'm usually up around 3. So I've got it scheduled for 3:30 in case, you know, once you get it all uploaded and everything, I usually I'll go ahead and just schedule it for 3:30, so it's out at the same time every day. And then you know, then I have that time I don't leave for work for a while, and you know, so I got a little time for doing stuff like that, fixing my lunch, fixing all that stuff. Your pond wasn't even frozen. Does it usually freezes enough you can walk on it? Wow. Randy, you leaving us? Well, buddy, I appreciate you being here. I'm glad you had a safe trip and all the driving and everything you did, and look forward to talking to you later this week or whenever you want to talk. Talk to you later, buddy. Have a good night. Thanks for coming again. I can't believe your pond hadn't froze as cold as it's been around here. And you're up north from us, so, but you're not that much farther up north, I don't think, than we are. But it is, man, it is what it is. Yeah, Rebecca wins. If it was 6 this morning, you would definitely win this morning. Yeah, it would be nice for us to have a pond. We got a spring creek, and I've thought about if I'd like to rent or get an excavator somehow and go down there and kind of make a pond like that in the creek, you know, kind of spread it out and make a pond. But as far as up here in the fields and stuff like that, I don't know. We have a lot of sinkholes on this farm, and it just, I'd be afraid I'd pay somebody to do all that digging, and then the next thing I know, it'd fall in. Because you'd have to get somebody with a dozer to make the pond, you know. I hear you, Rebecca. I wouldn't want to win with that temperature either, but I'm glad it was you and not us. Whew. I'm chucking enough firewood in the fireplace right now as it is. Yeah, I agree with you, Phil. Rebecca can keep that 6-degree weather. Woo, that's cold. Man, I'd hate to be trying to heat the house and or have to work out in that. I've worked in some cold weather before, but they had us back when I was working for Irving H. Whitehouse. We went up to Gent, Kentucky, and they was working on a power plant up there, and they were having a bunch of people come by and visit the next day. And there was a tank and some pipelines that they wanted painted before the visitors got there, but it was snowing, and I do mean it was one of those absolutely cold, wet snows where it just got on there and it was just everything was wet. And I was literally out there with an airless. We had the only way we could keep it was cold enough that day. The only way we could keep it heated was we run a bunch of paint line out for the airless, and I had to cut a 55-gallon drum off about halfway, and we filled it full of paint. And well, actually, it was about a quarter, and we filled it full of paint, and then turned the heater on it for about an hour, and got that paint good and warm where it would come out through the lines. And then I goes out there painting, and I would brush snow off with this hand and paint with this hand. That's what they wanted. And every painter on the job told them that it will never last. It did look good the next day for the visitors, but the next summer, I was up there taking care of it. I had to sandblast it and repaint the whole thing. But they paid for it, so I didn't care. I mean, and I got paid for it is what I'm, I let Irving H. Whitehouse and them work that one out. That was probably the coldest I've ever been outside working, But yeah, where I'm at now though, the last couple winters the heaters went out and they're working on trying to replace them, I guess. But man, I wear stuff like I wear more than this. I got 2 sweatshirts on, not now, but when at work, and insulated pants and insulated boots, and I feel like I should be in a tree stand somewhere. I've been warmer in a tree stand than I have been at work the last couple years in the winter. It's terrible. I mean, it's honest to God, it's just terrible. So we got any plans for this next week? What we're going to do? Anybody, anything they're looking forward to doing, eating, whatever? Well, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you too for everything you do. Yeah. Whatever this nasty temperature is going to be, I just now thought of that. I'm sitting here talking about being cold at work. Yeah. I will be cold at work tomorrow. Lord, it is. Y'all may think somebody's joking, but I'm not joking in the least. I can literally see my breath at work, especially in the morning. Now, as the day the outside temperature warms up a little bit, the inside of the building will warm up a little bit. But I'm going to have to buy me a heater. I know that for sure. Just going to have to. Put my name on it and stuff like that. And if, I guess somebody takes it, they just take it. But you wouldn't think somebody'd get it. Man, it is cold at work. Y'all pray for me that they get the heaters fixed soon. Yeah. It's equally hot in the summer. You know those fans you get that are, I don't know, pretty good size, about a medium-sized fan at Tractor Supply. I got 2 of them, one at each end of my work area, blowing air. And there's days when you're just rolling sweat all day long in the summer. Freeze in the winter, and you, oh no, you're having the surgery. It's a major surgery and going to go under general. If you don't mind, what do you? I'll tomorrow night when I do that my prayer video. What are you grateful for and what are you praying for? I'll ask prayer for you. You don't have to say if you don't want to, but I'll be praying for you anyway. It doesn't matter whether you say so or not. I hope it's nothing critical or major. The bearded father, hey, what's happening, buddy? We are having a blessed day. We're doing this live. Everybody's having fun, and at least I hope I'm having fun. I hope everybody else is. And Rebecca, are you reminding me I got to get off here in 4 minutes? Is that what that was? Well, Phil, whatever it is, we're going to keep you in our prayers, buddy. I appreciate you a lot, and we'll definitely pray for you, bud. All right, Robbie, we'll see you over in a minute. Oh, wow. That is a major surgery. Yeah, you'll be fine, I think. You should be fine. Dad had some of that done. He had the back vertebrae done. They wouldn't go through here to replace the vertebrae back there, and yeah, he did real good. And he's 93 now, so he was in his mid 80s when they did that. Well, thank you for reminding me, Rebecca. Appreciate it. Yeah, she was all set up wanting me to say silly things when I think she was wanting to record me saying silly things when they're, but yeah, she didn't get that wish. You have those people that see those shorts and their mom will be recording the how they they're all acting silly and and talking funny and stuff because they've been put under. Your daughter's wanting to set you up, Phil. Yeah, that's too funny. Well, you're gonna have to share it if she does film it. You're gonna have to share it. At least send me a copy anyway. I'd love to see it. I just hope and pray that you're going to be fine though, and then if there's any good thing out of it, I hope we can get a good video out of it. Well, we got about another minute to go here, and I'm going to remind everybody that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. If you think you're subscribed to the channel, I'd ask you to please check. There's been a lot of people being unsubscribed, this, that, and the other. There's the subscription thing is coming and going all the time, and I'd appreciate everybody if they will, if they go over and check out Robbie's The Wild Huckleberry. He's on next. Rebecca will be on after Robbie's on, and and she's got a good channel. She'll be showing off her blanket and everything tonight that she's been working on. She's got a beautiful blanket she's working on. And watch us during the week. We got put out a video in the morning, Bible verse in the morning, or verses, and we put out short, ask people that what are you grateful for and what's on your prayer list? What do you need prayer for? And so until next time, may God bless your days the way He always blesses ours. See ya.